This is your signal of the week. One report, one moment, one thing that doesn't make sense. No headlines, no explanations, just the signal and what we know about it. So listen carefully, because once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Welcome to the signal of the week. And now, Alien Mike and Sergeant Shenanigator.
Alien Mike, what's going on tonight, man?
Oh, another lovely day in paradise.
Yeah.
How about
Oh,
you?
I'm loving that background, man. That is beautiful.
Oh, yes. It's still trying to mess with how I have everything set up, but there's, all the different ships. They've got the mothership up here and, a few others around and kind of like a wheat or cornfield growing.
I like it.
Yeah. Kind of looks like I've been told the Starfleet flying through.
In a strange sort of way, it kind of does, but I mean, it fits perfectly with what we do.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. And then
Yeah.
I'll show you the new thing in the midst of trying to find Funko Pops of the X Files, as I told you. I happened to look and find this big
Ah,
3x5 poster of X Files. Truth is out there. So
now we got to go to an X Files convention so you can get that signed.
yes, we do. That's actually a good point. I'm wondering if the event that comes up in September, if I could take it and have it signed by people.
You could.
I think that's something I will do now then.
Yeah. I know. What's her name? Jillian.
Yep. Gillian Anderson.
Jillian's done the FanX convention there in Salt Lake before,
Yeah.
but I don't think David Duchovny does too many conventions,
No,
which is
I've
a
actually,
shame because he'd make a ton of money on autographs.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. So how are you doing in your neck of the woods?
Other than ambulances driving by when we're doing our intro, I'm doing really well.
Oh, good. Good.
Hey, you
You
sound
feeling
like
all
you're
right?
kind of got a little bit of a cold or something.
Oh, bloody hell, mate. Yeah, I've been sick. I got better, after that, which we all think was altitude sickness. Um, and that along with lack of sleep. Last night I actually slept probably about 9 or 10 hours, but
Oh wow,
that's the first
yeah,
time I
for
went to
you
bed.
that's a whole week's worth of sleep, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I fell asleep roughly. I want to say around 2 to 3 in the morning. I woke up once or twice, but I didn't get out of bed officially till about 11:45.
Dang.
So it was nice to get the sleep, but now I'm very lethargic and I feel like I'm getting a really bad cold, which my dad and sister got right when they came back from holiday as well. But I'm doing all right. I can't complain. Not
Ah,
that it
nice.
does any good.
No, not really.
Yeah, nobody listens to it, so yeah, I'm good. I'm good. What about you?
So yeah, I'm doing well. Allergies have kicked in a couple of times, and now the heat's back.
Yeah. What's the temp out your way?
Geez, I think it's in the 80s. I can't remember exactly what,
Oh wow. Yeah,
but
I've
it's
got
not as bad as it was yesterday. I don't think.
yeah, out outside. Feels like temperature is 90 degrees here for me.
Yeah, I know it's only 88 here. Only 88, 2 degrees
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, mine says 89 and feels like 90. So, yep, we're pretty much right on the money.
88, 88, and feels like 91.
Oh, yeah. So, it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Gotta love this heat,
So
which is funny.
I take my big butt down after we're doing this and stand in front of the air conditioner for a couple of minutes.
Yep. See, which is funny because it's 90 degrees outside. I hate being hot, but I'm wearing a sweatshirt because I keep my house about 58 roughly. I keep it chilly. So I'm constantly taking off the sweater, putting it back on, but it beats the alternative of laying around in my underwear sweating to death.
Yeah. Hey, I actually thought about you. Uh, I know you've talked about moving to Alaska several times. So
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir. Fire away.
If you were in Alaska right now, which Republican would you support? Dan Sullivan or
Or
Dan
Dan
Sullivan?
Sullivan.
I about lost it when I heard that story.
Yeah. There's a gal that I've been friends with for years who does a lot of social media for Kearns City. And she knows that I'm obsessed with Alaska, want to move there. And she knew it would get me, but she sent me the actual campaign ad for it.
That
And
ad is hilarious.
it's genius because they're both Republicans, both with
Yep.
the same name, and
And they
we
both
both
actually want the job. It's I
yeah,
mean, it started out as a joke, but
joke,
now
yeah,
now Dan's saying I really want to be the next senator.
yep. And that's what was funny is she goes, he didn't even want the job, he was just doing it just to troll him and start up some conflict, just to be funny. And then he got from what I've seen and feel, he's got a lot of followers that have backed him now because of it, and
Yeah, my
he's
my favorite line is don't vote for Dan Sullivan. Listen to Dan Sullivan and vote for Dan Sullivan. I'm Dan Sullivan, and I approve this message.
yep. Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, I know it's plastered all over YouTube. Go check the
Oh yeah,
campaign ad out.
it was. Yeah, that was something I didn't expect, but absolutely hilarious.
I heard that he was from Alaska, and I immediately thought of you.
Oh well, I appreciate it. That's I couldn't stop laughing at that.
Yeah, it is hilarious. So before we get into tonight's episode, I know we originally said we were going to do Mel's Hole,
You had to bring
but
that up again, didn't you?
I did. The
Yeah,
more we researched it, the more Jump the Shark kept coming to mind.
yeah. I
It, I don't know if you guys believe it, the story of Mel's Hole, don't believe it, but it just kept getting
worse.
so weird that we bailed on it.
Yeah. I know. I think it was Nadine who initially requested it, or
Yeah,
said it might work out for a good show. And I had heard about it before, so when she reminded me and I remembered, I thought this is going to be a great episode. And that was months ago. And I've done wee bits of research here and there, and I was excited for it. I really was, because the whole concept surrounding it
yeah,
was just very neat. But as you get into the different interviews or radio call-ins, because they're so spread out, like you said, that you don't really catch what he's saying and how it contradicts each other. Then
yeah.
you put it all back to back, and it just, I couldn't do it in good conscience. Just
I
it
couldn't either. I mean, it would have been a show where you would have known it was 100% two non-believers trying to
yeah,
get this show out there, and we don't ever want to have our beliefs influence anybody, and I think they would have on this show.
I agree 100%. Well, like I said, we could have still done an episode on it, but I wouldn't feel right because I don't think
Nope.
I could contribute anything positive to it other than saying the initial story surrounding it was neat. But
It was the
there's
initial
too much
story.
into it. Yeah.
I
So
think combining, like, when we first mentioned it, I told you I'd heard the story of Mel's Hole throughout my truck driving career because I was constantly listening to the Art Bell program.
yep.
But I heard the 97 interview, then I heard the second 97 interview, Then there was a gap of 3 or 4 or 5 years where
Yep.
nothing was said about Mel, and all of a sudden he's back on, and I hear the next show. So the gap was helping me go, hey, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, you put it all together and try and make one episode,
It does.
and it was bad.
Yeah. It. I think you were the one who mentioned it, but it something as simple, for an example, is ask why there's no photos of it, and he said, "Oh, my camera doesn't work around the hole." Okay, well then I forgot to take the photos. Well then I'll mail them to you, and it just contradicts each other because if your camera doesn't work around the hole, what photos are you mailing?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work. There wasn't drones at the time, so he couldn't have flown over it. I just thought it was nonsense.
So I encourage everybody, you want to learn about Mel's Hole? There are thousands and thousands of videos on Mel's Hole. Um, when you get to those videos that say, we flew a drone down into Mel's Hole, and you'd be surprised at what we found. Don't buy into those because
No,
officially Mel's Hole has never been found.
nope,
And I've watched two of those videos. There wasn't one drone shot the entire 30-minute video. It was
no.
just rehashing the story like everybody else does.
Yep, it was them using Mel's or using drone over Mel's hole as the excuse to get you to click on that link
Yep.
to, to gain viewership.
So yeah,
So
we made a last minute decision not to do Mel's Hole today because yeah, in good conscience we wouldn't have done. I mean, we
yeah,
don't we don't do fantastic shows anyway, but we wouldn't have done a half-ass show on this one.
exactly. That's just not not something I could have done and felt good about doing.
Nope. So, but
So
we did decide to come on and do a quick show,
we did.
and I believe you've got a little story, don't you?
Yes, I do. 1 second here. Had to write this down. Oh, my nose is itchy today. I think I'm getting allergies as well. Okay. The afternoon sky above Stewart International Airport was gray and quiet on June 3rd, 2024. Inside the control tower, air traffic controllers were going about their normal routines when something unusual appeared southwest of the airport. At first, it looked like a dark shape hanging in the clouds, but as they watched, they realized it wasn't moving. The object was described as a large boomerang shaped craft, estimated to be about 50 feet long. It hovered roughly 4,000 feet above the Hudson Valley sky. Controllers checked their radar screens. Nothing. The mysterious object was visible to observers, yet it wasn't showing up on radar. For nearly an hour, it remained there, silent and motionless. Aircraft continued their operations, but the strange visitor lingered in the distance. Police were notified, and the sighting was reported through official channels. Then, as quietly as it had appeared, the object drifted into the clouds and vanished. No debris was found. No explanation was offered. Later, the case was referred to the U.S. government's UAP investigators, but the object remained officially unidentified. To this day, those who follow the mysteries still ask the same question: what was hovering over Stewart Airport for nearly an hour that summer afternoon? Was it a secret craft? Was it an unusual atmospheric phenomenon? Or something nobody has yet been able to explain? The answer remains hidden somewhere beyond the clouds. So, this is the story of the mysterious UAP incident over Stewart Airport on June 3rd, 2024.
Yes. So I had everything set up and closed a file, but I'm back now, so we're good.
There we go.
Well, I am going to give a quick history of what happened. Oh, and why am I large and the graphic isn't?
Really? Because for me, the graphic's large and you're not.
Okay, the graphics large on your end. We'll
Yes, it
just go with
is.
it then. So,
All right.
like Mike said, on June 3rd, 2024, air traffic controllers initially spotted uh, an aircraft, an unidentified aircraft, at 4,000 feet, and it was roughly 4 miles southwest of the airport. And it was there for nearly an hour. It was described as approximately 50 feet long, boomerang shaped, and completely absent from radar. And this is rather interesting because, like you said, they did report it to the federal government and to police,
Yep.
and they reported it to the wonderful all domain anomaly
Research organization.
research organization, Arrow. They reported it to Arrow, who is currently the investigating authority for all UAPs. They investigated, the FAA investigated it, and it remains officially unidentified.
Correct.
Um, the information we're getting comes from the UAP register. There'll be a link in the description to the UAP register. It is more or less a UFO reporting program similar to MUFON, but they're also investigators and I guess journalists because they do reports on it and they
Yep.
publish and put it out there.
Yeah, that's pretty
Uh,
much the way I gathered by reading that
so
link you had
I'm
sent
I'm
me.
going to read this word for word because this is the actual report from Stewart Airport. Stewart Airport's airport code is SWF. So the facility observed a UAP 4 nautical miles southwest of SWF beginning at approximately 1800. The object appeared to be stationary at 4,000 feet. No impact to operations. Object is estimated to be 50 feet long, boomerang shaped, and is not observed on radar. Object remained in the vicinity for approximately 50 minutes before disappearing into the clouds. PD notified. Now, the one thing that is unusual here is no impact to operations, except they
Yep.
did a full ground stop because they've got an unidentified aircraft that's not visible to radar. And according to investigators, um, they're saying this could be an inflatable that is similar to the one that JP Aerospace
Yep.
actually sells.
And
And this is that aircraft right here. Again,
yep.
I'm large and the graphic is small, but hopefully
Yeah,
it's right on your end.
it's correct on my end.
All right.
Um, so
So there's only
about
one
this,
problem with uh, that assumption that this is what they spotted.
and if I'm correct, this object was designed to be seen on radar.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you look directly underneath, it's a steel frame. It
Yeah,
would be picked up by radar.
yeah, it's.
I mean, the radar is powerful enough to pick up drones in the area.
Mhm. Plus, I mean, something of that size, that magnitude, at 4,000 feet. If it was that, you would see it.
Yeah.
I could stand with the naked eye and see it
Yep.
as long as there's no cloud coverage. I mean, that's just all semantics. That doesn't matter. The point is, you would be able to see it with your eyes, so radar would be able to pick it up, no problem.
If if this were, I mean, hot air balloons, they can go up quite a distance.
Yeah.
But hot air balloons also have something else. They're registered with the FAA that they're in the vicinity,
Yep.
and they list the vicinity they're flying in. JP Aerospace does sell these, and uh, they would have to register that they're in the 4,000-foot airspace area.
Yep. It's
So I've got another picture of one of the inflatables here.
okay.
And one of these days, I'll figure out how to do all this production stuff quickly.
There you
So,
go.
as you can see, there is electronics on this. It
Yeah.
is actually designed to coexist with air traffic control.
Yep.
But this is what Aero is saying it possibly is. There's only one problem with that assumption. When the UAP register reached out to JP Aerospace, they said not only have we never sold any up in that area, we don't currently have any registered as flying in that area, and most
Yep.
of our sales have gone overseas.
Yep. Exactly. The other thing that really caught my attention on it, again, like you said, the register, the people from them, they contacted um, Stewart's air traffic control to get any information they could about it. And one of the employees confirmed that yes, we know exactly what you're talking about. We remember that. But whenever the journalist or writer identified themselves and said we're a member of the press, the employee quickly said we can't talk about this and just hung up the phone on him.
Yep. Now, if
So
if you can't talk about it, it's definitely not this inflatable.
no, because the public knows about this inflatable,
Yeah,
so there
I
would be
mean
nothing to hide.
it took us a grand total of what, a second and a half to do the research on it.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, it's if yeah, if it was that inflatable, we would have known right off the bat what it was. It was that we'd have every confirmation possible, and nobody would say, "Oh yeah, we can't talk about that." Click.
Yep. And an inflatable like this would not just sit there for 50 minutes and then take
No,
off higher in altitude and disappear.
exactly.
You know, that close to Stewart Air Force, you're no longer in Class D airspace. You're in Class A airspace.
Yep.
You know, you're fighting commercial airliners that are in the area.
Yep.
And this thing's still not showing up on radar, but they can see it ascending into the sky. And it
Yeah.
was never seen again after the initial report.
No. And if I'm correct, the FAA were unable to locate any, additional record,
Anything.
yeah, to the incident, and there was, FOIA requests that were filed, and nothing.
Yep.
So
So this
I,
is actually a case that as of excuse me, June 2026, it still remains unofficially unidentified.
yep, and I don't, I don't think we'll ever know 100% for certain, but I go back to what we just said a moment ago. If it was this inflatable, that the JP inflatable, the public knows about it. Everybody knows about it. We would know for certain. There would be no
Oh yeah,
question. And
absolutely.
it still being unidentified, that in and of itself proves to me that it was not that.
So, but I know we usually do a little bit longer show,
Yep.
but because of the Mel's Hole fiasco at the last minute, we decided rather than just cancel, we
We had to
wanted to
go
put
over.
something out there, and this was rather fascinating,
I
especially
thought so.
knowing that it's right in the Hudson Valley Triangle.
Yep. And I'm sure there's a lot more that we could find about this. I don't know if it'd be different information, but I'm sure there's a ton of different sites out there we could read about it. But like you
Yep.
said, I would rather have something to put out there, and
Oh yeah.
this is perfect.
And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that it wasn't just the air traffic controllers. There was actually dozens of witnesses that
Yeah.
spotted this aircraft.
Oh yeah.
And when they were questioned and said, could it have been this inflatable? Every one of them are going, no,
No.
there's no way.
Nope. Not at all. So I think it was a fun episode. It was
It
for a
was.
quick
I liked it.
episode. Yeah. So,
So,
but yeah, that's
um,
that's all I had on it. For that part. I know you said there's going to be links to the different websites or
yep. So yeah,
news articles. I'm
there'll be
sure.
links. I will, even though I'm no longer a fan of Mel's Hole, there will be
Oh.
a link in the description for Mel's Hole. Uh, I encourage you to check it out. You know,
Yeah, it's like I said at the beginning, the basics around Mel's Hole very very cool. Would have
yeah,
been fun if it went in a different direction. But
yeah.
once you start piecing it together, I just couldn't do it.
For me, it was a very interesting topic originally,
Yeah.
but then again, I had the first show was in February 1997. Then a
Hmm.
couple of weeks later was the second show, and then there was a gap all the way up to the year 2000 where there was nothing.
Yeah.
And then the third show, and then the fourth show was in 2002. And now this big mystery. I'm spoiler alert. Mel Waters has never been heard from since 2002.
No. And
I mean, if this was really happening, there'd be book deals. This
yeah.
guy could have made a fortune selling T-shirts. Oh yes, by
There
the
you
way,
go. I was gonna put mine on it. I completely forgot.
yeah,
Yeah. I got
it,
on
this
on that.
should the redacted should be our logo.
Yeah. When I was at the nerd store looking for some X Files stuff, where I got that poster, the guy helping me out was freaking out about my shirt. He absolutely loved it.
Oh, I
So,
think it's a perfect shirt, especially the way they've got it. Everything is fine. Trust your government.
yep.
And I trust them a lot, especially the NSA.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where the microphones are.
Well, other than the one that got moved, I mean, they could be tapping into that one. You never know.
That's true. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I put that microphone in front of Kiefer Sutherland's face, and it
Yeah.
is no longer in front of his face.
Yeah. And I know you. You're like me. You're not just going to randomly move things like that.
Unless it's in my way, I don't pick it up.
Yeah. It-
And even then, half the time, according to my wife, I just step over it.
yeah.
And to be honest, she's probably right.
Hmm. Of course, our wives, they're always right.
Yep.
So yeah, do
So,
you have anything else on this one?
not on this one. I mean, this was a quick rundown.
A quickie.
Yeah, it was it was a quickie.
There we go. Two
So
guys on video having a quickie.
that's right. Well, we probably just got our first red flag from YouTube.
We'll edit that out.
Probably. So no, with that, what are we doing next week? I know we got our live show and another signal next Saturday.
Yeah, so next Saturday is that is June 13th. That is our next signal, and we are doing it on the third man syndrome. I know we had
Uh,
mentioned doing that earlier, but I mean the third man syndrome is, you ever get that voice in the back of your head that tells you to or not to do something for whatever reason. It's almost
Yep.
like somebody's looking out for you,
Yeah.
or the opposite.
Uh, some people have called the third man syndrome the guardian angel syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's going to be on next Saturday, the 13th. So keep an eye out for that. And then,
And I'm looking forward to the 12th.
yes, I am too. The 12th is our next live episode, and that is the one we're doing on night terrors / sleep paralysis. Um, our live on the UFO files was the one that I had looked forward to doing the most. But I'm sure you remember probably the first week we started doing this show, I wrote down night terrors.
I remember that.
I wanted
And
to do
it's
that.
something that both of us have
Yep.
routinely and regularly suffered from or enjoyed, whichever way you go.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the sadomasochist in me or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All joking aside, yes, I have had very, very many bouts of sleep paralysis, and it's scary as all get out. But you wake up and it's almost like a rush, like a roller coaster ride, because you don't know what to expect. So that's next Friday at
Yep.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time.
I have been writing 4 p.m. MT since we started this show.
It's
And
MST. Yeah,
the stupid part is I put it together last week that I was writing Mountain Time
right.
because this whole time I've been writing 4 p.m. Mike's time.
Oh, there
And
you go.
and that's how dense I am. Is up until last week, it never dawned on me. Mike's time and Mountain Time, same thing.
Yep. That's a good one. Yeah.
So,
So that's what we have to look forward to this coming week.
yep, yep. I know we did the legends on Wednesday, and we put a link for your podcast in there that you do with Carl.
Yes.
So get out and check that podcast out.
Skogan Outdoors
Logan
Podcast.
Outdoors.
Yep, you can find us.
We'll include a link in the description for that as well.
Yep. We're on Podbean is the easiest link for us, but we also publish to Spotify and the Apple
iTunes.
Podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, iTunes or whatever it's called.
I never know what Apple's changing their names to.
They
Android guy through and through.
and what?
Android guy through and through.
Yep. I I have an Apple. I mean, but I use I only use it to text people. For the most part, the rest of the time I'm on my Android phone
Yep.
using that for everything.
So, also in the description will be a link to the Horrific podcast. Because I mean, without our good buddy Colin,
We wouldn't have done it.
we'd still be debating whether we're doing this show or not.
Yeah, it's we owe him a debt of gratitude. Like I had told you initially, you had said that you were considering doing this podcast, and I about lost it. I freaked out because I've been trying to get one of my mates to do a podcast with me, especially something like this, for years, and I could never get anybody to do it. So I was in the process of putting it together to do it on my own.
Yeah,
And once we decided to team up, there was just we had everything planned how we were going to do it, but it's taking that plunge, was
oh, if I'm not mistaken, our first podcast was originally scheduled to be like the last week of June.
yeah,
And
and
we
it
just
didn't come
both
out.
kept going, no, let's do it next week. Let's do it next
Yep,
week. And
it,
that's when Colin finally said, enough is enough, guys. Just effing do it.
yep, just put it out. And so that one was done late August, I think.
No, it was the first week of August, I believe,
Oh,
August 3rd or something in there.
oh, oh, okay. I thought it was the late, but yeah, it's still like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Than what we initially. It was, so many different variables, you know, being nervous or scared to do it, not knowing what was going to happen, or if we were knowledgeable enough to do it. And then it's finally like, well, you guys just shut up and do it. And we decided to take the device, and we're almost a year later.
Yeah, yeah, we're coming up on a year now. I like that.
You know,
And and
we
the
can do it.
nerves are only partially there anymore.
And what?
The nerves are only partially there.
I very rarely get those nerves
The only
anymore.
time I get them is when I feel like I'm not 100% prepared. Like, for example, Three Eye Atlas, I
Yeah.
was nowhere near what the info you had,
Yeah.
and I was nervous as hell that day.
Yeah, I'll get that too. But that's before the episode, like the day of or the day before the episode, I get that feeling.
Yep.
If I'm not prepared, but once I get on, I'm fine.
And I've noticed that in the pre-show we can be all grumbly and this sucks. I can't
Yep.
believe this. And the minute we that record is hit, it's all smiles and laughs and a
Oh
good
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. There's just so much going on that I forget that I'm grumpy or not feeling well. I just enjoy it.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
but yeah.
So
So
yes,
a
please,
big
big shout out to Colin.
yeah.
Click that link. Go check his podcast out. Give him a like and a subscribe.
Yep.
Uh, he does several fun things. Even go back and look at the 2 episodes that we did with him.
Where we
They were
discussed
the most
UFO alien movies that we discussed,
the,
and
the most absurd alien movies.
oh mate, the what do you call it? The doing the episodes was so much fun, but watching the movies, no. I literally there's some that I had to watch multiple times before I could even finish it
Yeah, yeah.
because I kept pausing it because it was
You
that.
you. I know. Most people when they have movies like that, they're able to shut their brain off and just watch the movie.
I can't.
But these movies, you had to shut your intelligence off, and I couldn't do that.
Yep. I
I
mean,
mean,
it
I
was
can shut my brain off and watch Revenge of the Nerds because I know what to expect.
yeah.
But these movies were so bad, you had to shut knowledge off,
Mhm.
intelligence off, common
Common
sense
sense.
off.
Yep. It was
I
brutal.
can't even remember the name of the last one we did, but that was the most
Oh, it
god
was.
awful movie I've ever seen.
Now I'm not gonna be
And
able to think of
sadly, I'll
what.
probably watch it again.
Oh yeah, I've watched it a bunch. It was. I know Don Stark. It was where they were the UFO like investigator or whatever. They went to that town, and the Don Stark, his character, they like dress up as the aliens and kidnap people, and then in the
Yep.
end, the ship comes and does whatever it does, and it's like okay,
So, yeah, check out our good friend Colin. Check out his page and watch them pretty much roast a bunch of fun movies that
yeah,
you really shouldn't even spend 25 cents to go see.
or 50 pence
Or 50 pence,
to
that's
buy
right.
it. Yeah,
That was the cost of it, wasn't it?
yeah, it was 50p to buy the episode or buy the
Cheaper. It
DVD.
was cheaper to buy that DVD and watch the movie than it was to go buy a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and now we know why it was so cheap.
Now we do.
That's about what the budget was to make the movie.
Uh, but I think they got change back too,
Very well, they could have.
which is really strange because the main character is actually a pretty decent actor.
Yeah,
I think in
that.
that episode we just kind of figured out that he owed somebody a favor or something.
Yeah, and I think still to this day, like we discussed on the episode, that they used the majority of their budget for the spaceship scene.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one thing I won't take away from that movie. That spaceship scene was truly amazing.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. They did a good job on that. But the rest of it, it was like somebody took a huge fishbowl and Everybody got together and wrote down 5 ideas, completely different ideas, threw them all in, and it's like, okay, pick it up, tack it to the wall, pick it up, tack it to the wall, and then so nothing matched. It
Yep.
was 500 things into one.
So, anyway, last time I'll say it. Go check out our friend Colin.
Yep.
His link is down in the description. Check out the Horrific podcast. Give him some love. And if you happen to send him a message during one of his shows, tell him that we continue to say thank you every single day for what he's done for us.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, I think all we got left is to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button.
Little
Then go over and
button.
smash that blorp.
Yep. Maybe he'll get the picture and he'll stop messing with our electronics and causing technical difficulties.
And the microphone for Kiefer. And
That's still, I don't understand that. I really don't.
no, I love living in this house. You never know what's going to happen next.
Oh, yeah. It's, like I said before, that is probably my favorite house to be in.
Oh, and before we say goodbye, I do have a quick story on the update of the house.
Oh, with Thomas and Meredith
With-
or
I'm
Magnolia?
pretty Martha,
Martha.
but I'm pretty sure this one is just Thomas.
Okay.
And last night, I came up to go to bed, and we used to sleep up on the 3rd floor. Now we're down on the 2nd floor.
Right.
Went up to go to bed, and I'm not kidding. I actually heard music from the 2nd floor, but like an old 1930s, 1940s AM radio.
Really?
And it was that era music, and a strong smell of cigar coming from up on the 3rd floor. I haven't been to the 3rd floor. Well, no, I do go up there because our closets are still up there.
Yeah.
But I'm only up there for a couple of seconds,
Yeah.
so I haven't been up there that long. There's no Alexa on the 3rd floor. There's no radio on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
But
So-
there was kind of, it was, to me it sounded like Big Bang, or not Big Bang, Big Band era music on an
Yeah.
AM radio. So you still had the static in the background.
Yeah. Very interesting. I
So-
swear you need to do what one of my buddies does. They have cameras all throughout the inside of their house and outside.
I have
And-
thought about it.
Putting a couple of cameras just that do audio and video in a corner, so because how when you go up the stairs you can go left or right, and when you get up the stop you go left and around the corner, and that's where like the fire escape ladder or your office was. Or if you go to the right around, that's where you have the bedroom, and put a camera looking into both.
I have thought about it, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I want to know. It was hard enough to convince myself that I wanted to know the information Madam Ophelia gave us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to catch something and know for sure.
Yeah, because, well, I get that, because right now it is just speculation. You hear
Yeah.
things, but, oh, I could just be dreaming or
Yeah.
thinking it. But if you find it, you know for certain now. And now,
Yeah.
what do you do with that information?
And I have no problem going across the street to a neighbor's house and doing a ghost hunt over there and catching everything I can on video and
Oh.
audio.
Yeah, but when it's your own home, it's a different story.
It is.
So,
But I guess with that, if you don't have anything else,
nope, I'm good.
all right. Well, until next time, guys, stay spooky.
And keep watching the skies.